The Nigerian police put out a statement that they have arrested Abba Kyari and 4 other police officers, for allegations of tampering with narcotic exhibits, official corruption, and sundry unprofessional infractions. I think it's a 6-count charge. Let's look. Involvement in alleged case of criminal conspiracy, discreditable act, unethical and unprofessional conduct, official corruption, and tampering with exhibit in a case of illegal drug trafficking involving a perpetual transnational drug cartel. So what I'm hoping that there's a conversation or a case to be made for how we can deal with corruption, given the new revelation surrounding a drug trade and a super cop in Nigeria who already had an older, indictment with a dealing he had with a fraudster. This is exactly what the movies are made of.
Have you heard of somebody who received an award of waiting forever?
What's she trying to do? Be funny? What's your point?
Yes.
You think Nigerians are sleepy?
Anyone who believes that corruption will end someday in Nigeria should be given an award of waiting forever.
That's a pessimistic point of view.
It's a reality.
Yeah, but we can change it. You suppose that there's nothing that can be done. NDLEA is trying to do something. Nigerian police force is trying to do something. Tell you,
corruption will only end if you have a bag of money unknowing to you that fell down at Oshodi Market, and you went to your office there in the island and come back and still pick up that money from Oshodi Market untouched.
Talking about corruption in Nigeria, when Buhari came in, he started fighting corruption by going after some corrupt politicians. Then if you're in the opposition party, you have to come to APC to be clean. And there's no how you look for happiness in the same place you lost it. You can't fight corruption with the same corrupt people. So Nigeria, corruption cannot leave Nigeria. Nigeria is part of corruption. You can't fight corruption with the same corrupt people.
You know that's a very defeating thing to say. I mean, not that I think that you're not giving it your best to be an optimist, but that it just seems as though that there is no hope for the nation if we think like that.
Hope for Nigeria, I don't know. It's only God.
I mean, that God
is our hope in this nation.
I think I'm disappointed in some callers.
Okay.
The reason is this. I think something's wrong with our education, Joyce.
Oh, well, that's no news.
When it comes to corruption, it is a global thing. Look at the case of Epstein. Do you know how long it took the American government to probably get him arrested?
Okay.
And look at even the network. Look at the link he had with the, what was his name? This prince.
Yeah, of England,
Imagine how long it took, even the functioning system, to get him arrested. And all of a sudden they told us he committed suicide. Do you think if the guy was alive, do you think he wouldn't mention some prominent names?
Okay.
So for people making it seem as if corruption is synonymous in Nigeria, I think they need to get educated. It is a global thing.
Yeah, but I think the yardstick for measurement would differ. You see, the way you measure corruption, I mean, wrong is wrong, but you see, if you measure corruption in America, you measure corruption in Nigeria, it seems as though you have to use like different measuring meters. For example,
the only difference between Nigeria and probably other countries is impunity. People get away with it.
Yeah, and that says something for the nature of corruption in Nigeria.
It doesn't mean corruption isn't there in other countries.
Nobody has implied that.
Joyce, so those who are saying we are 99% are corrupt, what does that tell you?
Oh, I don't think that they were. No, pardon me. I don't think that they were trying to. They didn't suggest. I didn't think that they suggested that there is no corruption.
Who gave that kind of insinuation?
Yeah,
making it seem as if everybody's corrupt in Nigeria, and they are saying it.
Yeah, and people have been countering that, but I do not think that they suggest that there is no corruption anywhere else. Is that
the emphasis has been on Nigeria? For example, we have countries who are still collecting colonial taxes from other countries till this day.
Like France.
So how do we describe that?
So what's your point, really? Because I'm sitting through your dialogue. It's like, so what?
It's a global thing.
So we shouldn't necessarily act surprised with the nature of corruption, the volume, the depth of corruption in Nigeria. We should stop acting surprised.
Who are making it seem as if it is something strange?
You know what? For a moment, I want you to ignore. I want to know what you're thinking, because I think you have. So as much as, let me agree with you that, corruption is global and Nigeria isn't necessarily peculiar.
Yes.
So we're not necessarily going to judge the depth of corruption in Nigeria commensurate with what it is somewhere else or what's obtainable somewhere else. Given the Abba Kyari situation, I want to know what you think, if you have any thoughts on it. If you don't, it's okay.
He was caught, spun down. Same way people are caught in another part of the country or part of the world.
I guess we shouldn't make a fuss of it.
Joyce, an American cop was caught last year with his uniform on, using the American police car to bring in immigrants from Mexico into US. Imagine how long he's doing that until he was caught.
I'm lost.
Just last year.
Okay, so
the cop was caught in America doing that. So my point is just this: corruption is a human thing. Wherever you find human beings, you see corruption.
Okay.
The depth of it determines how it's been allowed, or the level of impunity being.
I want you to speak about that. I'm not sure that you're comparing your comparison of corruption between Nigeria and a first world nation. I'm not sure that satisfies my curiosity. So do me a favor. Tell me what you think about this corruption. You think it's normal, and maybe we're probably overreacting,
I think we are making it seem as if it is something new to humans. That is what I'm getting from people who are calling Nigeria.
No, but isn't it something that you have, someone in the person?
It's not something new, Joyce. To human being, except you want to just pay.
So basically, you might as well just tell me to change the topic then at this point, because you're making it sound as if why are we reacting this way? It's corruption. It's like uniform.
We are overreacting. The way we even the media too. When the this guy's name? Case came up. All the media victims treated it for like months. Don't you have corrupt cases in other countries? I think we overblow things beyond proportion.
So this is overblown. Hold on.
I'm not in sort of corruption. I'm not in sort of it.
I'm surprised that you're not. But hold on a second. Okay, but this is overblown.
Activity, something new. Someone just mentioned James Ibori to you. What has been done to James Ibori?
Okay, so let me understand what you really would love for us to do. To stop acting surprised, to embrace it, to say, well, another day in the Nigerian life.
I never said we should embrace it. People
should we talk about it? No, wait, should we talk about it then? Should we?
Talk about it.
Okay, well, you
shouldn't exaggerate. All of us are corrupt. I am not corrupt.
Yeah, but that was one singular opinion. So I get it that you I get that you disagree.
Some people even said only God can revive Nigeria.
Yeah, but do you
only God can revive Nigeria?
So you don't think that that's accurate?
Yeah, like telling me only God can revive the world. Everybody, there are corruption everywhere.
So basically,
once you are caught, face the wrath of the law.
Okay.
Simple. That is what is obtainable in other crimes. Once you are caught, stand down.
You're right.
Face the wrath of the law.
I think maybe the last caller, without necessarily meaning to, would have preferred if I just came on air and were like, can you imagine Abba Kyari got caught? Such a sluggish, such a clumsy guy. How did you allow yourself get caught? It's not new now. After all, there was Ibori, these things are not new now. It's everywhere. You just let yourself get caught on a deal like 7 million a kg. Like, guy, you're sluggish. And you let yourself got caught. This is normal thing now. I think I find it, but maybe I'm also grateful for my redemption, because I think I find it particularly alarming how even in human psychology, when you talk to people, it seems as though there's a normalcy of things that should be abnormal. It's so maybe this is a good place to say that anything you tolerate, you can't change it. And I think you know it, but you probably haven't necessarily contemplated it well enough to understand that you could particularly be tolerating something that, unfortunately, as much as you would not like it, you can't change it because you have a mentality of tolerance for it. I hope we get to a point where we can tolerate corruption. Because if we ever get to that point of, it's normal now, it's a global thing now, they do it now, why are you exaggerating it? What's up here? Is it the only one? There are plenty now. How do you get, Because the moment we get there, the moment we get to the point where it's like, it's another day being Nigerian, a bunch of corrupt guys. A drug cartel, child. Feather to the cap is 7 million a kg. Make that money, or at least die trying. If we ever get there, I mean, not to suggest that we're almost not there. It's like if we ever get there. 99.3 Nigeria Info.